guys, wanted to kind of bring a video to you talking about a landscaping lighting system I purchased last year. Actually, it takes me a while to get some projects done or motivated to finish them, or adult ADD, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's taken a while to finish it, but it's a Volt system, V-O-L-T, landscaping lighting system. Well reviewed across the YouTubes and professional landscapers do like the system. This system I ran across at Costco, kind of one of those kind of looking around kind of deals, and Costco sells kits specifically from Volt, and also offers discounts to Costco customers for other things as well. So from Volt. But anyway, I bought the initial kit, and I'll put links to the kits if I can in the description, and the tools I used. But the initial kit came with I believe 10 lights. Let me see. Yeah, I think 10 lights, spotlights. They're LED. They're 5-watt LED. I think they're 2700K spotlights. And I mainly use spotlights in my my application here, but I kind of wanted to, yeah, do a wired system. Of course, some people have the solar powered lights, and those never work. They're not bright. Their batteries don't last very long, and they're just not bright. These Volt lights are bright, and they light up. And I'll try to get some shots at night, some video at night, and some pictures of how bright they are. They shine up 40 feet into a tree, 30 feet into the side of my home. We have a 30-story historic home, so I'll try to get some video of that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you kind of what I ended up doing. You flip the camera around here. So here is the where I started. Was I already had a timer and power on the side of my house. I ended up mounting the 100-watt transformer here, tied it to a timer that yeah, kicks on at a certain time in the evening. Of course, the wiring I had to bury here, and the wiring goes around for these column lights. I put lights in the columns here, and they shine up these columns. 1, 2, 3, and then we did a light here at this column, a light here at this column, a light here at this column, and then we did a light here shining up on the house here, and then came down here and did a spotlight here shining up on the house here. And we'll go out and see the lights that I did in the yard on the trees. This tree being a pretty wide maple, It's getting ready to turn here in the fall. It's going to be a beautiful orange and red maple. I did 2 lights here and here for that tree, and that really worked out well. And then this tree, this locust tree, I did 1 light on the fascia of it, and then another light over here as well on the fascia of this locust tree. Had to adjust that, sorry. And going around here, of course, we've been here before. You see the 3 columns. We'll go over to these lights first. I did, like the north side, I did a light going up here and a light going up here to the side of the house. After I had done those lights, I ended up replacing these stairs with composite PVC, and while I was doing that, I went ahead and installed one of their down lights. It can be used for stairs or columns or what have you, and that turns on to light these stairs up. And then I bought another little hockey puck light, we'll call it, that I ended up not using on the stairs and used down here. I'll show you. I used right here to light this area up underneath the back porch. So yeah, all in all, beyond that Costco kit, I think I bought 4 more of these spotlights. Of course, this stair light and that hockey puck, little puck light, additionally from Volt. And I did have to, for the run that goes out to this locust and then that far locust, I had to, of course, get wire underneath this sidewalk, and I used a drilling bit with my cordless drill to get under this. Here is the bit I used to get across this sidewalk. So I dug a trench, probably right about this big, not really a trench, but more of a hole. Dug it down, probably a good foot down, then use this bit to get underneath the sidewalk, and then had to dig another smaller hole on that side to receive the bit. You'll see on the end here has a little hole. That's, you can stick the stripped wire through there. It in and of itself does not hold the wire, in my opinion, securely. I used some heavy-duty Gorilla duct tape to duct tape the wire to this once I had threaded it through that hole, to get it through the the dirt. But yeah, this, what you're typically going to do is you're going to yeah, dig your holes, and then attach this to a regular cordless drill, or drill, doesn't have to be cordless. Run it under your pavement to the other side, find that end, and then attach the wire to it, and then pull it back towards you to fish it underneath that sidewalk. Here is the larger one I use for the longer sidewalk, and this is probably a good, yeah, this is taller than me, so it's a good 6 foot. Worked a lot better than any sort of like water jetting or kind of attachment you can use with water. But yeah, these got under the sidewalk, and I was able to do that pretty efficiently. Of course, to get to that far locust, I had to, of course, come off this light, trench throughout the yard, and then I had to trench, kind of went here and then trenched over here at an angle to get over there. So a lot of good tips on YouTube on how to do that. Trenching, if you want to call it, was more just kind of digging a thin little kind of channel and stuffing the wire down there, and then pushing the grass back on top of it. But let's go in the back and kind of show you some of the tools that I end up using, and some of the connectors I end up buying too. Again, all this stuff I learned on YouTube mainly. So thanks for all the guys who posted stuff on YouTube on how to do this and lay it. Pretty easy to kind of figure out. Go ahead and open this. Okay, so here's my landscaping bag. We'll take it out here. Get more light here. Put it up here. All right, so what I end up using to connect all my joints are these little waterproof connectors. Got them off Amazon. They're dry cons. Yeah, but yeah, we pop them open here. You'll see they have some gel, if you will, or a kind of a grease, if you will, that makes them waterproof. You kind of, then they come with the yeah, wire nuts that jam down into this cavity, and then you snap this back on over your joint or your splice connection. So just a pair of scissors came in handy. That really helped. Well, to of course cut the wire, and then cut in between the wire to split it to make the connections. A nice wire stripper tool, it helps. I think the kit came with one, but this one, more of a heavy duty or professional one, helps Of course, a nice spade. This one's kind of like a special kind of spade that I found, I think at a garage sale somewhere. But yeah, that spade helps. The kit comes with a bunch of this thin, probably 16 or 18 gauge wire. 20, is it 20? No, I think probably 18 gauge wire. I ended up using 14 gauge for all my, yeah, here's the 14 gauge. And I got it off Amazon. I bought it in, I think, 100-foot rolls. But for a little more length into it than they recommended, and add a little more lights to it than they said would be recommended, and without going over the 80% load on that transformer. So let me count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not all, most of them are 5-volt LED spotlights on them, and I don't think I'm at 80% even on the transformer. So overall, I'm able to power all those, and I do not believe the transformers near the 80% limit that they suggest you don't exceed. The light that these produce, I believe, is a 2700K LED light, so it's warm. It's not that bright white LED typical light that you see. It's a warm, natural light that you would typically get out of a halogen, I believe. I like it. It doesn't scream like LED. It accentuates, especially when you're outdoors on a house. It accentuates the architecture well, and looks natural and warm. I guess a good word to describe it is warm, which I like. Warm lighting is a big thing to me as far as comfort, displaying comfort, and it's very appealing to a person, and to the eye, in my opinion, especially with this red brick that we have and some of the color we have on our house. But it definitely was beneficial for me to go kind of look at how people lit their homes up, some examples online, and get some tips and tricks from professional landscapers, landscape lighting people that do landscape lighting, how they do it. Why not get a professional's opinion? But again, get the basics down and then play around with it. I typically, I'll of course lay the wire out to the light, set the light up in the day, and then at night position it where I wanted, and then if I trench the wire underground, so I had the room and the flexibility to move it wherever I wanted. If at night when it turned on, it didn't look well or didn't look right. So, but yeah, I mean, besides going under those sidewalks, it was fairly easy, straightforward to set up. Hasn't given me any problems for now. I've had the system for a year. Pieces and parts of it I've added over the past year, but it's survived through the winter, a very, very hot summer, and yeah, it hasn't given me a bit of problems. There was one time where one of the lines, of course, they suggest a certain amount of lights. I think it's like based on the voltage, but it's like per line, because there's multiple connections, multiple, I guess, legs of that transformer you can tie lights into, and so per single leg it should just no more than the 5 volt lights, it should just no more than, like, I think 10, and so there was one when I was wiring up these last two, the ones, the stair light and the puck light down there underneath the deck. I put those on a line that was pretty maxed out, and they got super hot really quick, which of course means they're drawing an inappropriate amount of power. So so I ended up taking those off and putting them on their own line, or a line that had not a whole lot of lights on it, and they never got hot again. So that was the only, I mean, that was a problem on my own doing. So but yeah, I'm very impressed with it. I think overall, with the wiring, the kit, the extra lights I bought, those connectors, I maybe spent $500, maybe a little more, maybe $600. But yeah, beautiful. I get compliments all the time. It looks professional. I'm no professional, believe me. But I think it turned out great, and I would buy it again. I'll continue to add volt stuff. Maybe there's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can get lighting for your second floor, but like gutter clips, so you can kind of accent your second floor if you have a second floor. You can do all kinds of stair lighting. Like in the back, I have a big staircase that goes up to that decking. I can tie in there if I wanted to. I'd probably have to get a larger transformer and stuff like that, but there's all kinds of stuff you can do. But for now, I mean, it completely transformed the house in the evenings, and it just looks like a professional job, for sure. And professional lighting, not some solar shit that you throw up and it doesn't light up anything at all, and usually fails within a year or two. So anyway, that's my experience with the Volt kit. Again, I'll try to post the links of what I got, and all the equipment, all the parts and accessories, and tools I used, if I can.